Sometimes nature needs a helping hand. In the Mekong Delta, in the far southwest of Vietnam, mangrove forests can recover and regenerate if disturbance is prevented. Here in Mũi Cà Mau, 150 hectares of mudflats have been fenced off and young trees are emerging rapidly. Soon, this area will be home to rare birds, fish and reptiles, as well as storing thousands of tons of carbon as part of the fight against climate change. Mangroves can regenerate here because there is a supply of sediment from the mighty Mekong River. But that may not be the case for much longer. Built by sand and nutrient-rich sediment carried by the river, the Mekong Delta is the third largest on Earth. It is home to some of the world's most amazing, diverse and rare wildlife. Underwater, there are hundreds of species, including the critically endangered Mekong giant catfish. Above water, protected areas such as Cham Chim, Lang Sen and U Minh Thuc are havens for many bird species. Thanks to its rich soils and abundant water, the delta is extremely good for growing food as well. However, the water and sediment that sustain the delta is being lost behind upstream hydropower dams. Official reports say 97% of the sediment in the river could be lost by 2040. Alongside loss of fine sediment, at least 4 times more sand is extracted that enters the delta annually, deepening the riverbed, destabilizing its banks, and increasing saltwater intrusion. Unsustainable amounts of water are extracted from the river and underground aquifers, and only 2% of the delta's natural habitats remain. All this means the Mekong Delta is sinking and shrinking. With the additional threat of sea level rise, there's a real risk the delta could disappear with catastrophic consequences for people and wildlife. But there is hope. WWF is helping delta farmers to adapt by working with nature, allowing seasonal flooding to bring in new water and sediment, and trying new cropping combinations suitable for seasonal flood-based farming. We are supporting communities to use natural resources such as water hyacinth to make baskets for exports, and to develop tourism services such as homestays, providing new livelihood options in the face of changing conditions. WWF is campaigning to ensure flows of water and sediment to the delta are maintained, helping ensure people, wildlife and fisheries have a future. We are supporting the development of the first ever delta sand budget and researching alternatives to the insatiable demand for sand for building. We are piloting and finding ways to scale up sustainable and climate-resilient food production that works with nature and seasonal flooding rather than against. And we are restoring natural habitats in the delta, reconnecting precious and fragmented protected areas, providing a home for rare and threatened species.